Today we're going to run through a few examples on how to use the work by Byron Katie. And this is a series of 4 questions to help overcome fear and learn to reality test the thoughts that our mind is telling us. So I'm going to walk through the 4 questions to start with, and then I'm going to run through 2 different examples of how to apply this. So question number 1, I've got my notes here because what I did throughout my personal development journey, I took this and put it on a note card so that I always had it in any moment that I needed to grab it out and look at it. So reading from my note card, number 1 is this true? Yes or no? Can you absolutely know that it's true? Yes or no? How do you react? What happens when you believe that it's true? Who would you be without the thought? And then we're going to practice turning the thought around and find specific, genuine examples for the turnaround. Okay, so a common situation that I come across is people who are in a job that they really don't like, that's draining them, they're just tired of it, but yet they've been telling themselves, I can't find another job that pays me the same, that will give me the same benefits. I have benefits, so I can't leave this job. Or, the hours are good. I'll never find a job in my town that pays me the same. So those are all things that I hear on a weekly basis. I hear people say those things. So how could you use the work to apply to that situation? So, is this true? Absolutely. Can you know 100% that you couldn't find another job equal to what you have? Well, the answer to that is, how could you know that 100%? How really could you know that 100%? You may have sent out applications and resumes and been watching job boards and say, well, see, I've been watching those, I've been applying for jobs, but nothing's showed up. Does that mean still, even if you sent out 50 resumes or 100 resumes, does that still mean that you will not find the one job that is perfect for you? You cannot know that for sure. So, question 2, can you absolutely know that it's true? Can you absolutely know that that's true? No, because there are myriads of jobs that pop up that you might not know about or be aware of that you could be the absolute perfect candidate for. So, how do you react and what happens when you believe that thought? Okay, so you're in a job, you don't believe that it's possible to find another one, but yet you want to find another one. So you're half-heartedly applying, sending out applications to these other places, whether they might even be a fit or not a fit. You're just trying to, find that different job. But here's the thing, when we believe that we can't do something, our actions are going to mirror that and our energy is going to mirror it. So the effort isn't 100%. So when we believe that, we are the person who believes that they're never going to find another job. It's not possible for me. That brings frustration, it brings shame, it brings misery, a feeling like, oh, I'm just stuck here, poor me, I'm a victim, I can't find anything else. and it's a very negative place to be. So who would you be without that thought? Well, without that thought, you would be somebody who had the possibility of finding the perfect job for them. So here's the thing. Turn the thought around. What if the thought instead was, I can find the absolute perfect job for me with the perfect pay, the perfect hours, the perfect location? What if that was the thought? Now, find specific, genuine examples for this turnaround. Do you know any other people who have ever, felt like they were at the end of one job and they were ready to find another one and they found one? If it's possible for them, it's possible for you. Because if it's possible in the world, it's possible for you. Now, give specific examples of other similar turnarounds. How many people do you know who have changed jobs? How many people do you know who have changed jobs in the last year, who went on to jobs that were better for them and more ideally suited? My most favorite example of this is my friend who stayed in misery at his job for many, many years, telling himself that there's no better job out there. I should just be grateful for where I'm at, while the job was draining his life force. And the day that they announced that they were moving his job to another town and he was either going to be let go or had to move, well, guess what? He suddenly gained a lot of belief that he could find another job because he didn't want to move. And guess what? Within 2 weeks, he found a job that was a better environment, better pay, better coworkers. And it was all because of his belief shifted. That job was out there. That company was out there all along. But he had been telling himself so many stories about why he couldn't find it that he couldn't even see it. Okay, so another common story I hear is women who say, I can't leave a toxic relationship because I can't support myself financially on my own. Okay, so is that true? Is it true that you can't support yourself financially on your own? Okay. Can you absolutely know that that's true? How do you react when you believe that thought? Does it keep you in victim mode, being stuck? Bitterness, resentment, anger growing because you feel like you're stuck and handcuffed in the situation? Who would you be without that thought? Let's turn it around. Who would you be instead if you believed that within inside of you, you were capable to find the path forward to be able to support yourself and your kids? What if you just needed to find the right resources, have courage to step forward and explore, and take the next step forward? Now, let me ask you, are there any other women out there in the world who have left a relationship for fearing that they wouldn't be able to support themselves? Hell yes, there are. There's a whole world of them out there who didn't know how they were going to support themselves and they left anyway and they figured it out. So if it's possible for them, it's possible for you. I don't care what shitty circumstances and excuses that you want to give me. By clinging to those circumstances and excuses, you stay stuck in victim mode. And let me tell you, women were not put here on this earth to play the victim. We were put here on this earth to be powerful partners with ourselves, for our kids, when we are in a romantic partnership. We are put here as an equal who has every ability to support ourselves financially, to be seen, to express who we are, to own what we want and own what we need, and create it. And now you have a tool to move forward through the fears that come up when you tell yourself differently. All right, have a great day.